A cheerful good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you present today in this GK class. I once again welcome you back on behalf of Sunbeam Academy. Before starting with our class today, again some of the instructions related to the same COVID-19 situations which are currently at a very feasible or at a very good condition. We all are present there, as all of you would have heard and gone through the newspapers, news channels, and everywhere that is our vaccination drive has already been started, and almost all of the health workers have already got vaccinated who have spent their precious time or their valuable times in this COVID-19 situation. If you remember, that is at the time of this pandemic situation, when the number of cases were very large, that is around 15,000 or 10,000 cases per day. In those times also, all these health workers, they did not sit at their homes like us. They were busy in handling all these COVID-19 patients and at the same time tackling the situations in most possible way or in most possible good way. Okay, and just because of their efforts and the efforts which have been taken by our government and at the same time the people or the citizens of India, we as well, that is each and everyone, the moral support or since we have followed the instructions which have been provided to us, I cannot say all of them, but most of them, they are using the mask, sanitizers, and everything. So it is just because of the joint efforts of the governments, health workers, and the citizens of India, that is, we are able to stand in this good situation or in this uh, better condition as compared to 2019, just because of the joint efforts of all these peoples. So hats off to basically health workers who have did not once thought of their lives, okay, of putting it in danger just by dealing or just by being with them in this COVID-19 situation. Starting with this, let us start with our today's class. As one more thing here I would like to state before going ahead with our classes. All right, at the time of giving you the questions, I'll be providing you that, or I'll be telling you that part. Starting with this, so since what I remember is that we have done our last class was on 15th, if you can see here. Okay, if I am in this way, sorry, 15th. We have here this one, if you can see this class here. So in this class we have completed our one of the pages, that was your page number 61. Now let me show you the syllabus part. As per the syllabus, if you are able to observe here, that is, we have already started our annual portion and we have completed this first topic, that is our environment. Okay, this was the last page number which we have done in the last class, that is your page number 61. Okay, let us start with our next topic, that is your India and the world. Out of these in this topic, as all of us we are very much aware, that is in this India and the world, we have here four page numbers are there, that is 43, 48, 56, and sorry, not 4, 4 plus 3, 7. If you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 page numbers are there, and out of these 7 page numbers we have already completed these 4 page numbers, that is, if you can see here, 43, 48, 56, and 62. So we are left behind. All right, the screen has been shared. Okay, so we are left behind with these 3 page numbers, that is your page number 67, 70, and 72. So let us start with our page number 67 without any delay, followed by 70 if time permits. Okay. Okay. India and the world, since the topic is there, so this includes science as well. So we have here that is science in India. Write the answers to these questions in the blanks. Pick your answers from the help box. Okay. So the very first one we have here is, it was science in India. Okay. So name this institution of national importance that was established in Bengaluru in 1909 through the joint efforts of Jamshedji Nusarwanji Tata, the government of India, and the Maharaja of Mysore, Krishnaraj Vodare IV. Okay, so this is known as your IIT. That is not IIT. It is Indian Institute of Science. That is your IISC. Okay, Indian Institute of Science. Next we have here is that is named this satellite, which was India's first satellite and was named after a great ancient Indian astronomer. It was built to conduct experiments in X-ray astronomy and solar physics. Okay, so the name of the satellite was Aryabhat. If you remember class, since you all have just now came to this class 6 and you all have come from class 5th here, so in class 5th you all have studied the chapter the sun, the earth and the moon, and in that chapter you all have studied about the satellites as well. Okay, in that you all have studied the natural satellites and the artificial satellites. In the case of artificial, if you remember, Aryabhat was the first Indian satellite which was launched. Okay, so this name of this satellite is your Aryabhat, name of the great named after a great Indian astronomer. Okay, moving ahead with this, we have here that is name this space mission that was India's first space mission to another planet in the solar system. The Indian Space Research Organization, that is your ISRO, launched it on 5th of November 2013. That is your Mangalyaan. Okay. Name this institute of national importance that was founded in Kolkata in 1931 by famous statistician Prasanta Chandra Mahalanobis. That is your Indian Statistical Institute. Okay, stats, if you remember, stats is nothing but representation, just like your data handling only. As per my knowledge, what I know about stats is that is related to your data handlings only. Okay, name the Indian scientist with whom Albert Einstein worked to formulate the theory of Bose-Einstein statistics. Okay, so he was no other than your Satyendra Nath Bose. Okay, apart from him, if you remember, so we have here is that is your Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, you will be studying in class 9th about it. This is one of the type of matter which is being discovered or which is being invented or anything like that. Okay, generally you know that we have three different types of matters, that is your solid, liquid and gas. But apart from these three, we have one more, that is here Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, next we have here that is named the Indian mathematician who made important contributions to the theory of numbers, including the Ramanujan graph and the Ramanujan sum. That is your Srinivas Ramanujan. Okay, if you remember, every year one of the maths Olympiad is being organized, or the famous Olympiad related to your Ramanujan is also held, and the students used to participate from our schools as well as from all the schools which are present in Varanasi as well. Okay, starting with this, we have here that is your first part, the thing box. That is, while India is making great progress in science, superstition is still prevalent even among the educated youths. Can you think of a solution to this problem? Discuss in class. Superstitions are basically your what do you call it to be, your beliefs or blind beliefs, you can say. Okay, we don't have any solutions to this, okay, but basically what we can see here is that as the trend is getting followed, I also completely you can call it to be narrow minded or anything, whatever you feel like, but still there are some of the questions which are prevalent in my mind. That is how all these things are being occurring. Okay, most of the things which you are studying, okay, you are not able to observe it. हम सभी लोग जानते हैं कि मैंने जो पढ़ा, मैं आपको जो पढ़ा रहा हूँ या आप जो पढ़ रहे हो, उसमें बहुत ही मिनिमम चीज़ें हैं या बहुत ही कम ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो आपको देखने को मिलती हैं. ओके, इन रियलिटी रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स दे गोज in your theoretical parts only. Okay, but so science is all about facts and reality. Okay, तो जितनी चीजें आपको देखने को मिल जाए, like some of the questions which is there in my mind is that is how this bones came into our body. As we know that bones are made up of calciums or phosphorus. Okay, even your teeth as well. So since all these things they are made up of non-living things, our bones are nothing but the non-living things. So how come this non-living thing has come inside our body? Because as we remember, that is from the time of birth up to death, we keep on consuming all the living items only, or the food items which are obtained from the living organisms only. So how come we are getting the formation of a non-living thing inside our body? Okay, moving ahead with this, so this was our first page number, that was your page number 67, India and the world, which we have completed. Moving ahead with this, so we have the next page number, that is 67 completed. After 67 we have page number 70. Let us have a quick. Okay, before going ahead, let me first just once more revise it, all of you. I'm telling you in the reverse order and in the sequential form as well. The last one, number 6, we have Srinivas Ramanujan. Number 5, we have Satyendranath Bose. Number 4, we have Indian Statistical Institute. Number 3, we have Mangalyaan. Number 2, Aryabhat. And number 1, Indian Institute of Science. Okay. Next, let us start with page number 70. Right. Okay. So here we have it, that is your business barons. Okay, read the clues to identify some famous business barons of India. Pick your answers from the help box. So if you can see here, we have here, that is the very first one. He is heading one of the most successful business conglomerates in India. His dream of manufacturing a car costing 1 lakh rupees came true with the launch of Nano, the cheapest car worldwide, in 2009. He announced his retirement in 2012, that is your Ratan Tata. Okay, nobody but the founder, or you can say the main whole sole person of your Tata industry. Okay, moving ahead, we have here is, that is the next, that is your if you can see, that is this Tata group is not only restricted to your automobiles or to your iron industry, but they are much more ahead than that. And basically ahead than that means what? That is, they are now trying to enter into each and every possible business, whichever one is going to provide them profit. Okay, like we have Tata Discon, that is the joy of building. Basically you will be able to find the iron bars, that is हिंदी में हम उसको छड़ कहते हैं या सरिया कहते हैं. That is the most important part which is being utilized for the construction of buildings. Okay, moving ahead with the next, that is your number 2. The rapid development of Gurugram as a world famous outsourcing destination can be credited to this leader, under whose leadership numerous earthquake proof office spaces were built. He is the chairman of DLF Limited. Okay, that is no other than your Kushal Pal Singh. Let me just, all right, we have correct name here, that is your Kushal Pal Singh. Okay, number 3 we have, that is he leads an organization called Hero MotoCorp, India's largest motorcycle maker, born in 1923 at a place which is currently in Pakistan. He and his brother started with a bicycle component business in Amritsar. That is your Brij Mohan Lal Munjal. Okay, Brij Mohan Lal Munjal. Okay. Next we have here is, that is at the age of 21, he took over his family business, which later became Wipro Limited. Since then, the company has been known for its various products, including those related to information technology. That is your Azim Premji. Okay. This computer engineer co-founded one of the India's biggest information technology companies, that is your Infosys in 1981. It was the first Indian company to be listed on the American Stock Exchange, presently known as NYSE Market LLC. No idea what is the full form of this. MKT is basically your market. That is your N. Narayan Murthy. Okay. Next we have here, that is she is an Indian television and film producer who is known as the Queen of Indian soap opera. She is currently the joint managing director of her production company Balaji Telefilms Limited. She started her career when she was hardly 19 years old. That is your Ekta Kapoor. Okay. Next we have, that is the fondly called Polyester Prince. This textile trader established Reliance Industries with interest in textiles, petrochemicals, power and communications. It was the first Indian private company to be listed in the Fortune 500 companies. We have here is, that is your Dhirubhai Ambani. Okay. All right, we still have a little bit of time. Dhirubhai Ambani. Okay, so these are some of the famous persons who have been continuously working for their dreams, projects and everything, and it is just because of these famous persons only that is we are able to run our economy as well. अगर आपको पता हो ना हो तो ये आप जानने की कोशिश करिए, that is India is the largest country in terms of tax, in terms of money or in terms of richness as well. But since we don't have the proper people, we have different kinds of peoples who are busy in not only stealing India, but they are also busy in deteriorating the economy, the production, the growth and development, and you can say each and everything they want to be getting deteriorated. And this is the main reason why each and everything is getting, why India is so much lacking behind in spite of having each and everything with him. Okay. Fact file we have here is, that is your Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray was an Indian scholar, chemist and entrepreneur. He founded India's first pharmaceutical company, Bengal Chemicals and Pharmaceutical Limited. Okay. So enough time has been passed now, I hope. That is your 19 minutes has been passed. 5 minutes is going to take your current affairs. 5 minutes I'll be explaining you how to solve those questions which have been provided by me, but you all have not done it. Okay. I request you to please keep your books and copies ready and please try to solve the questions. Again, we have here is, that is I would like to conclude this part, bookish part. This was the page number which was done on 15th, last class. Today we have completed these two page numbers, that is your page number 67 and 70. Okay, so we are left behind with just one page number, that is page number 72. And our this topic also will be over, that is your India and the world. Okay, so starting with this, that is, let us start with our current affairs. These are the current affairs of yesterday, or some of them they are of day before yesterday as well. Okay, so we have here is, that is your Joe Biden becomes 46th president of the US. Joe Biden took an oath as the 46th President of the United States in the 59th inauguration ceremony at the US Capitol on January 20, 2021. Along with Biden, Kamala Harris took an oath as a Vice President of the US and made history by becoming the first female Asian American and African American to hold the position. Former President Bill Clinton, Barack Obama and George W. Bush or George Washington Bush also attended the inauguration ceremony. Cabinet approves investment of rupees 5,281.94 crores for a hydropower project in Jammu and Kashmir. Hydropower project, I hope all of you are aware that is, this is one of the renewable resources of energy with which, that is, with the help of water we are going to harness electricity, or we are going to produce or basically have the production of electricity which will be used to provide this electricity in Jammu and Kashmir as well as in the nearby areas. The name of this is your Rattle Hydroelectric Project of 850 megawatt in Jammu and Kashmir. The project will be commissioned within a time period of 60 months, that is your 5 years. Manoj Sinha, the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, thanked Prime Minister Modi for approving the project. He also termed the approval as a historical decision to make the UT a power surplus. Okay. Next we have, that is, the US President Joe Biden signs 15 executive orders on the first day of his administration. The newly sworn in President of the United States, Joe Biden, on the first day of his administration, signed 15 executive orders undoing the key policies of his predecessor Donald Trump over the last 4 years. Some of the major orders include halting the construction of Trump's border wall with Mexico, recommitment to Paris Climate Accord, ended the Muslim travel ban. President Biden also has halted the US withdrawal from World Health Organization. Okay. Here we have the next one, that is India ready to play a constructive role at UNSC. During the UN Security Council briefing on Syria, India stated that it is ready to play a constructive role in United Nations Security Council for completely ending the Syrian conflict. The permanent representative of India to the UN, T.S. Tirumurthy, during a briefing stated that as India has started its new term in UNSC 8 years later, it is disheartening that the ongoing Syria crisis still has no end in sight. Tirumurthy also called on the international community for providing assistance to Syria to rebuild its infrastructure, fighting COVID 19, and safeguarding the livelihoods of people. Last but not the least, we have here is that is the MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, was signed between DRDO, that is Defense Research and Developmental Organization, most probably, and MORTH for Sustainable Geohazard Management. That is both of them on 20th of January 2021. They promoted and strengthened the collaboration in the field of technical exchange and cooperation on sustainable geohazard management. As per the agreement, the departments will be cooperating in areas that are related to geohazard management. It is to ensure that the safety against the effects of landslides and other natural calamities on the national highways. Alright, so this was there for the current affairs. Sorry, I would like to explain you the question here once more, and I request everyone to please solve it so that I'm able to have a look over it. Okay, these are the questions here. I don't know what is the difficulty which you all are getting here, because there is nothing so much difficult here. We have only 3 questions are there. Okay, we have 2 minutes more. Okay, this question, what you have to do is you have to find out which will be present at this question mark, that is what will be 1.5 to the power x or question mark. What you will do is first try to find the cube of 9. Okay, 9 into 9 into 9 becomes 729, plus 6 into 6 into 6, that is your 216. Add both of them and divide it, because these are 35 into 8 is going to be getting multiplied, so you will transpose it to the left hand side, so it becomes 729 plus 216 upon 35 into 8, and this 1.5 can also be written as 15 upon 10. Now just divide it and you'll be able to find a number which will be cube of the given number, and the answer will be 3 here. Okay, please try to solve it, otherwise I'll be helping you out in the next class as well, or in the Zoom classes as well. Okay, next we have here is that is 0.005 into 10 to the power 5 into 33 minus question mark equals to 60 square. So we have here the question mark which we have to find it out. So 0.005 into 10 to the power 5 becomes 500 multiplied by 33, that becomes 16500. Okay, that is 16,500. This when you will expand, so 16,500 minus question mark equals to 3600, because 60 square is your 3600. So 16,500 minus 3600 will be equal to your question mark. Transpose this question mark on the right hand side. Okay, you will be getting around 12,900 most probably. This one, yes, correct, this one is the answer, 12,900. Last but not the least, here also we have here is that is your 3 by 5 into 4 by 7 into 2 by 3 into 875. Now divided by 5 to the power minus 1. Exponent and power minus 1 means 1 upon 5. Okay. Divide sign will be getting changed into. So again it will come 875 into 5 upon 1. Okay. Solve it, reduce all of them. Okay, 3 will be getting cancelled. Okay, 5 reduce 875, or 5 will also be getting cancelled, and you will be left behind with only this answer, that is your 1000. If you will try to reduce 875 with 7, this will also be getting reduced. That is 7 1 ja 7, 7 2 ja 14, and 7 5 ja 35. So 1 2 5 will be the answer. 4 2 ja 8, 125 into 8 is your 1000. Okay, so this was there for today. I hope you all are going to solve it, and I hope I'll be getting some of the responses in the query session window as well. Okay, so till then, please take care and please try to follow the instructions. So this was all for today. Thanks a lot for being with me, and have a superb day ahead. Thank you.